boys received them?
We never did. Turns out the government didn't think we were U.S. citizens because we're Indians. The Navajo or the Hopi boys didn't receive any medals for their service either.
I am now standing in the remains of Gloquette, Minnesota. It is the day after Columbus Day, October 1918. The town and approximately 1 million acres of the surrounding area have been burned to ash. Sitting on a stump in front of me is an Ojibwe man smoking a cigarette. Sir, can you tell us what has happened here?
We had a big cookout to celebrate Columbus Day.
You call this a cookout?
Just kidding. No, what really happened is a spark from the paper mill logging train started it. You see, before trees turned to profit, us Indians used to burn the undergrowth every year. In some places it made it easier to hunt, other places it got rid of the bad brush, let the tall stuff grow better. But seeing as how we got pushed off the land and no one's been taking care of it, and kaboom! Woo!
You are listening to AIR, American Indian Radio. The time is now 29 minutes past the hour.
I'm still somewhere in the USA. The year is 1924. Indians have just become citizens. The federal government has declared that Indians are Americans too. I am standing here in Watsonville, California with Fred Seedbox. He is a Hobart Indian and a hand on an artichoke ranch. Mr. Seedbox, can you describe how this law affects you?
Well, I don't know. Can it make me any money?
Mr. Seedbox, being an American citizen doesn't mean you're going to make more money. It means you can be a participant in the American political process.
Oh,
How will that affect you?
mister, I don't have the slightest idea what you're talking about. All I know is I harvest food for lovers.
Food for lovers?
You are listening to AIR, American Indian Radio Days. The time is now 29 minutes past the hour.
B11.
I'm here in New York City with Martha Bull Cumming, and a Benaki woman Indian, also New York. We're at the famous Wall Street bar, Harry's at Hanover. It's 1935. Martha, can you tell us why you called this press conference?
'Cause the Indians can't drink, damn it!
Are you referring to the issue that Indians cannot handle alcohol?
Sure, we can handle it. See, I just picked this up. I'm handling it, okay?
No.
Yes.
Alcoholism among the Indian population is the highest of all the ethnic groups in this country due to the fact that Indians are allergic to liquor. Now, true Caucasians, Asians, Africans, well, people all over the world are alcoholics. But scientists say they might be on the verge of a breakthrough, establishing that Indians are the most vulnerable to alcohol in this country.
I'm drinking a Shirley Temple. So there. What are you gonna do about it?
Is that why you called us here, to drink a Shirley Temple?
I'm testing the lie.
The law prohibits Indians from consuming alcoholic beverages, I presume.
That's the one. Look at me, I'm downing a whole drink in one swallow.
Martha, that was a Shirley Temple.
Okay, arrest me. I know my rights.
Another Shirley Temple, ma'am?
Oh, yeah. Drinks for the house and fresh horses for my men. Excuse me. Here, give it here. I'm downing this one too. Damn. I'm getting juiced here or drunk or something.
Lady, there ain't no alcohol in the Shirley Temple.
Oh.
You are listening to AIR's American Indian Radio Days. The time is now 29 minutes past the hour.
N44.
We've had a change of ethnicity again. This afternoon, I'm meeting with the massive man himself. Do you have any words of wisdom after working with Tonto all these years on the radio and films?
Never trust a damn Indian.
Why is that?
Because I just found out what kemosabe means. A horse's ass.
You are listening to Indian Radio Days on Air. The time is now 29 minutes past the hour.
I'm in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's 1952, and I'm speaking with Lawake Harris, who is a member of the Menominee Nation. The U.S. government has recently announced the termination of her tribe, saying they are no longer Indians under current government law. Lawake Harris, can you tell me what this means to you?
It don't mean a goddamn flippin' F to me.
But isn't it wonderful to no longer have the federal government telling you what to do?
Nobody on this planet until it's ever told me what to do.
Well, what about the Bureau of Indian Affairs, the BIA?
Those goddamn they just told me slut.
Do you mean your life hasn't been administered by the BIA? Where did you get your education? Didn't you go to the BIA schools?
I went to high school. But I got my education in the dorm stealing and sneaking out the window.
I'm sure that didn't benefit you.
It benefited the hell out of me.
Then, in your opinion, does the American government no longer owe you anything?
Screw them white boys. They ain't paid their debts, and from now on you can call me Miss Harris, Indian attorney at law.
This ends part 2 of Indian Radio Days. You've been listening to AIR. Coming up next is Princess Wannabuck, Joseph Flaming Attire, and Elizabeth Warren. But first, a word from our sponsors.
Try the new Straight Arrow brand condoms for the utmost prophylactic protection. Straight Arrow brand condoms are made from the intestines of buffalo and are naturally lubricated. They come in 3 sizes: Big Chief, Bad Warrior, and Little Brave. You're always prepared to defend yourself and your partner with Straight Arrow brand condoms.
Mom, do you ever get that not so fresh feeling?
Why, yes, daughter. When I do, I reach for new Moontime organic tampons. They're made from the cattails that grow by rivers and ponds and were used by Native American women when they were also feeling not so fresh. Here, try Moontime organic tampons.
Thanks, Mom.
You are listening to part 3 of Indian Radio Days on Air, American Indian Radio. The time is now 29 minutes past the hour.
Pine Ridge, yes or no? We are now here in Pine Ridge, South Dakota. The year is 1973. There is a constant exchange of gunfire between the militant members of the American Indian Movement and the FBI. Nighttime is upon us. Ladies and gentlemen, however, a member of the American Indian Movement has stepped into my line of vision. He appears to be a security guard. He's wearing an American Army field jacket. He holds at his ear a radio. I suppose he is in contact with the insurgents. I'm gonna try and find out what he's listening to.
You are listening to Air, American Indian Radio. The time is now 29 minutes past the hour.
I-20.
It is July 16, 1992, and we are here on the Cattaraugus Indian Reservation in western New York State. A conflict between the Seneca and the state of New York has become very tense as Indian protesters drop burning tires off a highway overpass and clash with state police. I have with me here of the Seneca, one of the Seneca protesters, Mr. Joseph Fleming Attire. not his real name, Mr. Flaming Guitar, what is this protest about?
Well, I thought you bet you didn't think Indians lived in New York.
Mr. Flaming Guitar, that's not the point. 200 New York State troopers have been sent to the reservation. A 30-mile strip of the New York Thruway is shut down. That, sir, is the point.
We're doing this because first all of our lands were condemned. Our sacred land was dug up, dug away, and we don't dig it. It was desecrated while we were caged up like farm animals. Then the state of New York felt it had the authority to build an interstate on what little land we had left. So we showed them what sovereignty is all about and fought them like mad in court and got the title to the land. We're shutting this sucker down.
Doesn't the protest seem a bit extreme?
Well, we're reading this little book about the Boston Tea Party.
N31.
You are listening to AIR, American Indian Radio Days. The time is now 29 minutes past the hour.
We're now at the newest age flora, fauna, and Native American shop